Welcome in, Gemini. Hope you guys are doing great wherever you are. For those of you that are new, welcome to my channel, Sage Soul Tarot. For those of you returning, welcome back, guys. My name's Lisa, so again, welcome. For those of you that are new, I just want to also give a big shout out for those of you who have been supporting my little channel. I really do appreciate it. So thank you so much for your likes and subscribes and support. Really does mean a lot. I do these readings for you guys, so hopefully you are enjoying them. That being said, here, Gemini, this is going to be your monthly read. So this read is going to be a little bit longer than your weekly. Um, that being said, of course, general reads, so just always keep that in mind. Cross watchers, if I'm talking to a Gemini cross watcher, feel free to swap that energy, however it resonates. If nothing resonates today, feel free to check out some of my older Gemini readings or another reader. Lots of wonderful readers out there. So I'm going to dive right in here. Gemini, I did pull your main cards. I'm going to clarify on camera with tarot. Possibly pull some messages from your person at the end, but I'm definitely going to get some advice from Spirit as well. And again, this for anyone who has Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, any placement in Gemini, definitely might be a message for you here today. So when I asked about your feelings here right now, about the person on your mind here, Gemini, your person came up as the Death card. So I don't feel like this is necessarily bad. I feel like this is your person, really wanting things to change between you and them here, Gemini. So you might be dealing with a Scorpio because, that's, the major arcana for Scorpio. So that being said here, it doesn't have to be, but this person is wanting things to change, I feel, between you and them. Wanting things to move forward. So I feel like, in this situation, Gemini, it's actually possibly, we're going to ask what they want, how they want things to change. But right now, there's like a lot of silence between you and this person. So this really gives me the energy of neither one of you really being upfront about what your needs are, what you're really wanting. So I feel like there's like kind of like maybe like a little bit of awkward silence, I feel, between you and them. So it's kind of like that energy of the elephant in the room and nobody's wanting to talk about it. So I don't know if something recently happened between you and your person here, Gemini, but definitely looks like a conversation is looming, or somebody is definitely wanting to have a conversation. I feel like this could definitely be your person because, I mean, they're showing up as the Death card, wanting things to change, wanting things to transform. I feel like this person just doesn't know how to say it, possibly, or bring it up. So I'm picking up on a little bit of shyness from this person. I don't know. That's really what I'm getting. And so let's see on the Death card. What is this person? Why is this person showing up as the Death card here, Spirit? Tell me about the Death card. What are they wanting to transform and or change with Gemini here? Tell me about the Death card. The Queen of Pentacles showing up. The Hermit. Nine of Wands and the King of Swords. Yeah, I feel like, sometimes I feel like this person doesn't necessarily feel like you appreciate them, Gemini. So they definitely want that to change. Because nine, I want to keep saying Nine of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is really the energy of somebody who tries to show up loving and giving, somebody who's generous, like with their time, with their, money, with their effort. So I feel like, this person feels, and again, don't shoot the messenger here, they feel like, you could be a little bit more generous, possibly, or a little bit kinder at times. I feel like sometimes when you get stressed out here, Gemini, that you can come across as being a little bit cold and cutting is really what I'm getting here, because we have the King of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Hermit. So when I feel like when you kind of come across, maybe when you're stressed out here, Gemini, and really up in your head, you kind of come across as being a little bit cold and possibly a little bit calculating. And this person, they just don't feel at that time like they know how to show up for you almost in some way, shape, or form. But they're also, wanting you to, be a little bit kinder, maybe. to them is really what I'm getting here. So I feel like, when you show up like this, it kind of pushes this person into, hermit mode where they don't really want to communicate, or they don't know how to communicate, or like what to say to you to make things better. But yeah, so I feel like, this person may not have told you this here, Gemini, but again, I feel like they feel a little bit wounded at times when, you are kind of coming across as the King of Swords here. And the King of Swords, they're a good leader. They have good leadership skills. They, are like direct to the point. But again, I feel like sometimes this person it makes them feel a little bit sad. I feel they kind of want this to change. I feel like this person wants you to be a little bit kinder, and or be a little bit more generous. I feel like with your time and with your love, and if you are stressed out from your day or whatever the case may be, for you to show up in a better way. So I don't know what that means. That could mean like, you kind of releasing all of that, stress and worry from your day, if this has to do with work, and then you showing up in a better state of mind when you get home, right? Like, or like just, I guess try and appreciate your person. And again, don't shoot the messenger. It doesn't mean it's true. This is just how your person, these are the things that they're wanting to change with you. And I mean, nobody's perfect, right? But again, I feel like this person is not speaking up right now. I feel like these are things that they possibly would want to tell you. And in your feelings here, you're getting the Six of Pentacles. So let's see about that. Why is Gemini showing up with the Six of Pentacles here? Why the Six of Pentacles? And Gemini's feelings about this person. All right, that card just wanted to fall out. So on that one. Justice, Five of Pentacles. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right, so I feel like, there is a lot of drama going on. I feel like kind of back and forth. I'm really picking up on kind of like petty bickering here. And again, I feel like communication is really what is lacking in this situation between you and your person here, Gemini. Because I feel like for you, Gemini, I feel like you feel like, well, I already give a lot to this situation. You know, it's not fair. I feel like you feel it's not fair that this person kind of like shuts down on you when, I feel like you feel like this person is not, there for you either in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like this person, maybe you feel, Gemini, that this person doesn't really understand like how difficult your day is, or like that you need to vent, or like, but I feel like you feel like your person also pulls away and, kind of makes you feel like you're out in the cold here. So yeah, I feel like, you and them here, again, like I was picking up on a lot of like, I feel like small things, but those small things end up kind of like snowballing into big things. So I feel like, you and them definitely need to have a conversation about, like how to show up for each other, what you can do for your person here, what, your person needs from you. So I feel like, you and them just really need to have a heart to heart here about how to, show up for each other when you have had that hard day. What you need from them, whether you need space, whether you need some time for yourself, whether you need, them to look after the kids, or like you need to go out and spend some time with a girlfriend, or like just like get away from the kids or a situation or work. So again, having that conversation, I feel like would do wonders for you guys. And I mean, I feel like you really need to sit down and somebody needs to speak up. And again, I feel like your needs aren't meeting, you're feeling like your needs are not getting met, Gemini, and as well your person here is feeling the same way. And again, I feel like they shut down when you're in that energy. And again, I feel like you feel like this person's shutting you out when they do that. But again, I feel like they don't know how to show up for you either. So again, I feel like you both need to talk here. So all right, tell me about this High Priestess. Tell me about the High Priestess. Yeah, so we have the Nine of Pentacles coming out. And Temperance. Yeah, so I feel like, being patient with each other, giving each other as well some space. Nine of Pentacles to me, obviously is an independent energy, but, she holds those Six Pentacles for herself, to look after herself, to make sure she's doing well, that she's balanced. And then she gives Three Pentacles. So I feel like, with this showing up on the High Priestess, is that that's exactly what each of you need to do. You need to like save Six for yourself and give each other Three. And so that make sure that you're still getting, what you need. Your needs are getting fulfilled. And then you have enough still to give to your person. So that Three is half of the Six of which is coming up. So it makes sense to me. They're giving Three, you're giving Three. And again, you need to save something for yourself. So again, maybe that's a hard conversation to have, is that, I can't give all Nine Pentacles to you. I need to save some for myself. And, really coming together, working together here with Temperance, you know, meeting each other in the middle and having that conversation. So, again, that pretty much reiterates kind of what I already said here. So, your person is showing up as far as actions go, Three of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So I feel like this person definitely does want to, I feel like they're waiting for the right time, possibly to kind of rush in and do something nice for you. So I feel like, if you and your person aren't, possibly living quote unquote under the same roof, or like you're just possibly dating this person and not living together, I feel like they're kind of waiting for a sign from you here, Gemini, to make a move. I feel like they do want to make things better here with the Knight of Wands and kind of come rushing in. So, I mean, I'm really picking up on like this person, Gemini, they really do want to show up for you. I feel like this person actually really does have a lot of love for you. I feel like the issue here is, like I mentioned, they just don't know how to be your hero, how to show up for you. And I feel like when you're in those moments of, stress, being a little bit more kind, or like doing it in a kinder way, or again, I feel like would do wonders for sure. And again, that's how your person's feeling. But yeah, they want to be your hero here, Gemini. So I do love that. I am picking up on, like a very kind, caring, like nurturing type person. And again, I feel like they want the best for you. And again, I feel like they're trying to do their best, but I feel like they need some direction from you on how to do that. And again, I feel like being honest with each other. So with Empress energy showing up in your energy, I feel like, yeah, I feel like you need to kind of like sit back here and, be in your Empress energy, be in the receiving mode. So I feel like sometimes you can kind of maybe step into your, be the emperor instead of the empress. And again, don't get caught up in gender. I just meaning like you can come across, I feel like sometimes to be a little bit aggressive, and not in a mean way. I'm not trying to be mean. I just mean like, um, you know, try and be in the receiving mode. So, again, when you've had a hard day and you get home, you're kind of like all full of like energy and maybe not the best type energy. So, taking a step back and being in the moment and enjoying the moment with your person instead of kind of like carrying the baggage from the day or what's really bothering you home. So I feel like kind of like check that stuff at the door and like try and show up in a more loving way to your person. I feel like you're trying to do that, which is good. So perhaps after you have this conversation, because I feel like there is going to be a conversation here about that, and moving forward, you trying to be more, nurturing and caring and loving, and maybe not quite so in the King of Swords energy. So, yeah, so I do like it. I feel like, there is a lot of love I feel between you and this person, and they are really wanting to show up for you and meet you in the middle. I just feel like you guys really need to be honest with each other about and like how each person's needs need to be met, and taking that time for yourself to fill yourself up, with your own hobbies and, things that matter to you. And again, you can't spend every waking moment with somebody. You need some space for yourself. And it's hard when you have kids because, you don't have a lot of time, right, for yourself. So, all right. So, Spirit's message to you, or like the advice from the universe here, is again, make it known what lights you up. And again, I feel like, being passionate about each other, showing up, for each other, being honest with each other with this Ace of Swords here. And I feel like, it will really put you guys on the path for success for the future here. So I do love it. Again, like learning how to show up for each other is really what I'm getting. So like I mentioned, I feel like there is a lot of love between you and them. So I don't feel like, either one of you want to give up on each other. I just feel like you need to figure out how to show up for each other. So anyway, I hope this I hope this reading made sense. Definitely a different reading than, nice reading though. Again, I feel like you guys just need to, try and show up for each other better. Take some time for yourself as well, and don't feel guilty about it. If you need to get a babysitter, or, if you can't afford a babysitter, ask somebody to, look after your kids or whatever, so that you can have some time for yourself. Maybe your husband works out of town and, you don't really have that opportunity to do much for yourself if that's your situation. But you know what I'm getting at here, hopefully. So, all right. Can I get a sacred symbol here for Gemini? For Gemini, please. Yeah, so we have shadow coming out. So that really talks about you, being honest about your shortcomings, honoring those, seeing those, not being defensive when your person points them out, not, getting triggered. And again, just really being honest with yourself about, nobody's perfect. I mean, everybody's got flaws. Everybody has shadows. Everybody, takes, handles stress and life's difficulties differently, right? But being honest about it and, laughing even about it, like, yeah, I know I do that, and I'm sorry, you know what I mean? Like having that acknowledgement and taking accountability for your actions, is definitely a step in the right direction. And then we have never ending story. So I feel like, this has been going on for a while. I feel with you and your person, you could definitely been with your person for a long time as well. That could also be why that's showing up. And, I feel like to really move to a higher level of understanding between you and your person, I feel like this is definitely maybe a very important moment in time for you and them to like really move to the next level, or like really have a better understanding, spiritually, and like having unconditional love for each other. I feel. So let's get a Numerology card for you guys. All right, so yeah, I love that. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. So I like it. So again, I feel like things are definitely going to take a turn for the better. So by having this conversation, by, putting the work in, taking a look at those things about yourself that you might not like or that you might want to change about your behavior or how you show up for each other. So, all right, one card from Soul's Journey, please. Yeah. So we have the blame card coming out. I accept responsibility for my well-being. So that was really kind of what I was picking up on, in the middle area there with the 9 of Pentacles and saving some for yourself. And then we have forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So again, getting everything out into the open about how you guys are feeling about, each other, about the situation, about your relationship, and the best way to meet each other's needs and move forward. So I love that. I'm just going to pull some messages from your person here. Oops. I feel like, and I don't know, some of these messages may not resonate, so only take what resonates here. Messages for Gemini. Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love you. That card actually doesn't come out very often, believe it or not. All right. I want you. Oh, I hope that you can forgive me one day. So again, sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. Anything else? Yeah, this relationship to me feels like, you and this person have been together for a while, for sure. I don't feel like this is anything that's new. All right, I guess that's it. Let's see what's on the bottom here. Yeah, I feel you leaving me behind. So again, I feel like, this is, like I mentioned, not to be repetitive, guys. Sorry. I feel like it's an important time in this relationship for you guys to meet in the middle and have that discussion. So you guys can do it. I got trust. I'm a big believer in love. So again, don't give up. Hang on to your love. That song by Sade. That's one of my favorite songs. I love Sade. But anyway, that came to mind. So maybe look up that song and listen to the lyrics. So, all right, guys, I hope this message helped in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to end your reading here, and I hope to see you in your weekly. Take care.